Welcome to Speakeasy with Kevin, the podcast where every story speaks to your soul and teaches your tongue. If you've ever felt left behind in a conversation, if you've ever hesitated before speaking English, if you've ever wanted to express your feelings but didn't have the right words, this place is for you. Here, we don't teach English the usual way. We don't start with grammar rules or vocabulary lists. We start with you. Your heart, your emotions, your struggles. You'll hear stories here, stories that are real, emotional, motivational, even painful sometimes, but always powerful. And while you're listening, something beautiful happens. Without stress, without pressure, your mind starts learning English the natural way, like you learned your mother tongue. In every sentence, there's structure. In every pause, there's grammar. In every emotion, there's connection. This is not just a podcast, it's a journey where you grow, not just as an English speaker, but as a thinker, a dreamer, a human. Every episode here brings something new. Sometimes it's a story of someone who lost everything but found peace. Sometimes it's about love, heartbreak, or second chances. Other times, it's a life lesson hidden in a child's question or a stranger's smile. You'll hear episodes that end with hope, with truth, with questions that'll stay with you all day. And the best part? While your heart is feeling the story, your brain is learning how to express the same feeling in English. So if you're looking for a place where your emotions are respected, your growth is natural, and your learning is effortless, you're already home. Today's story is called Burnt Bridges, New Roads. It's about Ion, a man who lost everything and still chose to try again. Let's begin. Today's story is not about success. It's about what happens when everything falls apart, and how one man found the courage to walk a road he never imagined. Let me tell you about Ion. Ion was the kind of guy people once admired. A confident startup founder, a TEDx speaker, a man who once believed he would change the world. But life doesn't care about your confidence when your decisions start costing people money and trust. In the span of 6 months, Ion lost it all. Investors pulled out. Friends disappeared. His family stopped picking up his calls. His name, once respected, became a whispered warning. And one evening, standing on a Mumbai footbridge in the rain, Ion asked himself a question that would haunt him for weeks. What if this is it? What if I never come back from this? He didn't jump, but he didn't walk away feeling brave either. He just stood there, soaked, shaking, and empty. For days, he hid. No social media, no phone calls, no job. He slept on his cousin's old mattress in a one-room flat, barely eating, barely speaking. And then one morning, something happened. He was sitting in a chai shop near Dadar station, broke, jobless, invisible. An old man walked up and asked, "Beta, can I sit here?" Ion nodded. The man smiled and said, "You look tired." Not the kind of tired sleep can fix. Ion laughed, the first real laugh in weeks. "You're right," he said. "I've ruined everything." The man didn't flinch. He just sipped his tea and said something simple. "Good. Now you're free." Ion frowned. "Free? From what?" "From pretending," the man said. "From chasing things that weren't yours. When you burn everything, you also burn the lies. What's left is real." That one conversation did what no therapy, no book, no lecture could do. It gave Ion a starting point. The next day, he opened a blank notebook. On page 1, he wrote, "This time, I'm not proving anything. I'm just living." He applied for a simple job at a local NGO, teaching kids English and computers. It wasn't glamorous, it didn't pay much, but it made him feel human again. One day, a child named Rinku asked him, "Sir, were you always a teacher?" Ion smiled. "No, Rinku, I was once a mistake." The kids laughed, and so did Ion, a man who didn't just burn a few bridges, he watched his entire past go up in flames. And yet, he didn't stay stuck in the ashes. He found a new road, a quieter one, a more honest one. Maybe, somewhere in this story, you saw a little part of yourself too. Maybe you've lost something. Maybe you're still hiding. Maybe you're still scared to try again, in life, in love, or even just in English. But I want you to remember this. Failure is not the opposite of growth. It's the beginning of it. And your voice, no matter how unsure or broken, deserves to be heard. On this podcast, we believe that you don't need perfect grammar to speak from the heart. You just need the courage to begin. That's why every week I bring you stories that make you think, feel, and learn, all at once. You'll find episodes here that will make you smile even on tough days, challenge the way you see the world, and gently guide your English to grow, word by word, feeling by feeling. Whether it's a story about a lost friendship, a mother's silent struggle, a child's innocent question, or a stranger's kindness, each episode leaves you with a gift, better English, and a better you. And trust me, this is just the beginning. In our next episode, I'll take you into a story called The Last Phone Call, a conversation that should have happened years ago, but finally did, just moments before goodbye. It's emotional, it's powerful, and it'll teach you more than any textbook ever could. So if this episode touched something inside you, follow this podcast, share it with someone who needs a little light, and keep coming back. Until then, this is Kevin, reminding you that some bridges are meant to burn, but your voice is meant to rise. Keep learning, keep feeling, keep speaking. See you soon.